So if you're watching this video, then you probably watched the other video that I did telling you about the fact that I would like to start doing videos. I'm saying videos so much. About how to take care of your hair. And I also said that I would be starting this YouTube channel so that I can speak about God and just share my different journeys with you. So, two journeys, my journey with God and my journey with my curly, wavy hair. So, I have a few things to show you and I also have a few things to tell you. I don't want this video to be overwhelmingly long, so I'm going to keep it kind of, medium length. Also, you might be thinking, why should you listen to me? I have my hair tied up. That's because it's really hot today and I'm trying to keep cool and not like sweat all over the place while doing this video. But I will show you a little later what my hair looks like today. I'm also doing some experiments with a different product that I haven't really used before, and so I have this completely different look going on. Anyway, so the first thing that I want to share with you is my journey. Well, what happened was I actually was born with curly hair. My mom has curly hair, and at some point it went from really curly. I don't yet know how to insert photos, but if I do, then you'll see a photo. It went from really curly to being like just what I thought was just frizzy. And so I never knew how to handle my hair. I would just like brush it out and leave it. And back then we didn't really use hair straighteners, so it was like whatever, as long as you leave your hair open, it's like a style. But then, as I grew up, I had no idea what exactly my hair was. I thought it was just like somewhere in between. It didn't seem as if it was curly, and it wasn't pin straight and shiny like other girls that I saw at school or wherever. However, I'm pretty sure that they were using hair straighteners at like some point and I just didn't know about it. Anyway, when I did start learning about straight hair, I started ironing my hair. And by ironing my hair, I don't mean using a hair straightener. I started using like an iron, what you iron your clothes with, on my hair. And obviously that, it made it so straight and like shiny because heat was applied to it. And so I thought that was like cool. Anyway, so from around the age of 13 or so, we got a hair straightener, and I began to straighten my hair because I had no idea what was going on with it. All I thought was that it's like thick and frizzy, and I won't say that I hated it or just didn't like it or something like that. It was like I just didn't know how to take care of it. I didn't know how to manage it. It looked untidy and I wanted it to be, neat. So I started to straighten it, and then every time I wanted to go out or do anything, that would be the hairstyle that I would use. I would straighten it. And then when I was like in high school, it got so damaged because of having short hair like around here and straightening it every single day because it couldn't go up into a perfect pony, that my hair, the ends actually, I'm trying to grab a strand here, the ends, if I just pulled it like that, it could actually break off. That's how unhealthy my hair got. So I decided to change things up a little bit. Oh, and my hair was not growing at all, like at all. And I started to just change things up a bit, and I began to use argan oil on my scalp, and I straightened it just once a week. And yeah, it made a big difference. My hair grew a lot, and the health of it improved a little bit, right? Just a little bit. Coming more towards when I was in college, I began to really appreciate my natural hair. Like for some reason, just although I would still straighten it like every week, there were days when I would just leave it like on its own, and it would do whatever it wanted to do, and that was fine with me. However, like if I wanted to go somewhere, like, you know, for some sort of event, or if I just wanted it to look all neat, I would straighten it. And that was like the hairstyle. If not straightening it, then I began to curl it, probably around halfway through my first year of college. So I got one of those Genesis Perfect Curl thingies, you know, the one with the covering, the plastic covering on it. Got one of those, and then I started curling my hair like a lot, because I absolutely love curly hair. How ironic. And then I started curling it, and I loved what it looked like. I bought a few different types of curlers. I even learned how to curl my hair with a hair straightener. And yeah, I just kept doing all of those things. And then when I was out of college, I think it was my second or third year out of college, I decided to play around with some wild color. I went not just from like, you know, black to brown or whatever. I went from black to like burgundy, but of course I wanted a nice bright burgundy, a very noticeable burgundy. So I of course bleached my hair. And by the way, if you know me, then you know that I had really long hair, because I love long hair. And I bleached all of that. And then once the color, you know, started to fade away, I just colored on top of that, and on top of that, and on top of that. Let's just say that even though I liked the final color that I ended up with, I did so much of damage to my hair that my hair became stiff and it would just break. By stiff, I mean like, you know, like if I moved my head or something, the length of my hair wasn't moving. That's how stiff it became. And it felt very, very brittle. It would just break off. And so I tried one more time to color over that. I colored over that again because it looked so awful, and I just wanted to kind of cover it up. And of course that didn't work. And so I decided to go for a big chop in November 2018. I cut my hair from like all the way down to somewhere here. And then I decided I'm not gonna color it again, I'm just gonna start growing it out. And then I started to grow it out, and of course my hair from like here to here was still like auburn, and but it started to grow out, and it was growing out pretty fine. Like you know, it grew out faster than I expected. And then I decided, like, you know, as time was going by, that I just wanted to, I still continue to straighten as normal, still continue to use a curler, did all of these things. And then I decided that, you know, I think it was late last year, no, sorry, not late last year, whoa, where am I living? Early 2020, I decided that I wanted to go, actually late 2019, early 2020, I decided that I wanted to go more natural in the products that I was using, because I am a fan of natural products that work well. So I went to, you know, like Clicks and Dis-Chem, and I just found that their stuff, like natural stuff, is really expensive. Like, you know, like, whoa. All along I used Dove shampoo and conditioner, and it worked really good for me. I also used the hair mask like maybe once a week or so, and it worked really good for me. I just didn't know, you know, all of the ingredients and what it did and what it didn't do and all of that. I loved how my hair felt every time I washed it, because Dove shampoo, the conditioner, and even the mask makes your hair feel really silky and smooth, and especially when you straighten it, like your hair is shiny and everything. And I like that. So I used that for some time. But then after a while, and I don't think that this is because of the conditioner or shampoo, maybe a little bit, right? But I'm not like blaming them or anything. I think it's just my lack of taking care of my hair. My hair began to get like really dry, like so dry. Like when I would just wash it and leave it to dry on its own, I didn't like what it felt like. It felt so like it lacked moisture, and it was just dry. Okay. And I wanted to change that, so I changed shampoos, and I got another one. I think it's called the Good Stuff or Good Stuff. Yeah. And I think that one was a bit too strong for my hair because it got like worse after that. Like it felt more drying on my hair. But this is my opinion. I don't know. I'm sure it works for other people. I think my hair was just so damaged that stronger shampoos kind of made my hair a little bit more dry. So yeah, I decided to stop using that as well. I tried a few others. I can't remember all the names, and nothing really did what I wanted it to do. So I spoke to my sister-in-law, and she told me about something called thanks Amanda. She told me about something called the curly girl method, which I never knew about. And then I spoke to my husband's cousin, who is a hairdresser. And she told me, well, she asked me what my hair looked like if I didn't straighten it, if I just wash it and leave it. And I sent her a photo, and then she said that I should try using a curl cream, like a curl defining cream. So I was like, okay. But I still didn't think that my hair was curly, even though, they advised me to do these things. I didn't think that my hair was curly. I thought it was just like, or even wavy. I thought it was just like, slight wave here and there. But it's just that my hair was so damaged, like it completely lost its identity, I would say. And so I decided to give this a try. First, I tried to look for like natural shampoos and stuff, and I couldn't exactly find one. And then I started using a shampoo that has no silicone, but we're going to get into that just now. So that was the first thing I tried. Not exactly the best thing that I could have done at that point, but I did all of that, and then I went to Dis-Chem and I found a curl cream. So if your hair has some kind of texture to it, if your hair is not super straight on its own, like if you just go to have a shower and you wash your hair and you just leave it to dry, without having to put anything in it, if you just leave it to dry, and if your hair is not pin straight, and all that goes with having pin straight hair naturally, then that means you don't have straight hair. It means that you have some kind of texture in your hair. So you could have like slight waves, you could have big waves, you could have curls, you could have spirals, but maybe your hair is just so damaged that you don't know. Also, if you think that your hair is frizzy, it is not frizzy, it is curly. You just need to figure it out. So back to my story. I went to Dis-Chem and I looked for a curl cream, and now obviously I wasn't 100% invested in this, so I looked for the cheapest one I could find. Okay, not the cheapest, but one of the cheaper ones. And I wanted to give this a try to see if it's worthwhile before I could really commit to this. So I got the Palmer's cream styling pudding, and So basically all I had to do was wash my hair, and I was still using normal shampoo and conditioner, and I just had to wash my hair and apply this a little bit of this defining cream. So basically all it does is help you to, you know, see what your hair is supposed to be looking like. And I actually really liked the results that I got the first time. So I continued to use it, and I noticed that my hair was like, you know, developing a really nice pattern that I didn't know it had. And the texture of my hair started to improve. However, I was still carrying a lot of damage on my hair because I wasn't willing to cut it. We all want, okay, not all of us. I'm just one of those people who likes long hair, and you know, cutting it is like it's something I dread. So I eventually continued to use that for a while, like maybe about 2 months, I think. And during this time, we were in quarantine. South Africa just went into a lockdown, and this was like the perfect time for me to try this because I wasn't gonna go anywhere. There was, yeah, all of that. Now, the other thing I did was I stopped straightening my hair. I decided that if I'm going to try this, if I want to see what my hair is supposed to look like, what it's supposed to look like when, you know, like the kind of hair that God gave to me, then I needed to commit to this. So I was like, okay, I'm going to stop straightening my hair. And so I stopped using heat on my hair. I also didn't have, I also chose not to blow dry my hair, so I would just leave it to air dry completely. And I did that for a while. So there were a few things that went with this. When I saw that I liked the results that I was getting, I decided to commit to this, and I decided that I wasn't going to straighten my hair anymore, and to do my best to not use heat on my hair. Now, this is a really hard thing to do because it is so convenient when you're going somewhere to just grab your hair straightener, and you know, it takes 15 minutes max and you're out and ready to go. But I knew that if I want to take care of my hair, if I want healthy, good looking, natural hair, if I want to see what my hair is supposed to look like, what it is like naturally, like the hair that God has given to me, then I need to commit to this. Anything that we do that we want to really give a shot, you know, we've got to commit to it. So I chose to commit to it. I cut off heat, I cut off blow drying. And I had to change a few other things. All right, so I have a few things next to me that I'm gonna show you. This is a normal towel, right? We are so used to taking one of these, and basically when you come out of the shower, you just twist it around your hair and you're good to go. Your hair is halfway dry, right? Now the problem with that is that these towels are really heavy, and if you look closely, you can see that it has, can I say fibers? But like, you know, all these things that are jutting up. And so that actually pulls on the strands of your hair, and you actually experience a lot more breakage using those towels. So if you have already damaged hair, like I did, that would be doing a whole lot more damage to your hair. So I did a little bit of research, and I began to watch videos about curly hair. And this is why I'm doing these videos, because I had to watch months and months and months of videos in order to figure out all the things that I want to share with you in as, you know, little time as I can. So I changed from using that towel to using this towel. This is a microfiber towel. It is way, way, way better for your hair. If you look, I don't know if the camera is going to focus on this clearly, but it doesn't have those little loops that can pull onto your hair. It dries your hair really well. Mine is, if you see like any spots on it, it's because I used it today. Yeah, and it dries your hair really well. It dries, like the towel itself dries super fast. Like I think maybe within an hour it'll be completely dry. And it's just really good for your hair. Now, these can sometimes be a little bit pricey, but I mean, all towels are. So I got this one on Takealot for 99 Rand. And if you see, it's a small one. You don't need a big one for your hair. So I just got this from Takealot. And then, so this is the one that's completely smooth. But I want things to be as reasonable as possible for you. So there is another option. This is something that you use in your kitchen, right? It's a swab. Or even, some people use it to wipe their cars, right? This is all you need. You just need a small bit of it. And you can do exactly what you would do with that gray one. You can do that with this. This one is slightly different. It's a little bit more, it has a little bit more texture to it. Yeah, this one has a little bit more texture to it, and these are really cheap. Okay, I don't know exactly how much it is because I didn't check out the price, but I know that it's cheap. And you might actually already have this in a pack if you wash your car by yourself or whatever. So I literally took this out of the kitchen just to show you guys this. And then to go even cheaper, if you can't find that, or if you don't have the money to get that, all you need is to use a t-shirt, preferably a cotton t-shirt. When I just started this, I was using one of my sleep shirts, and it worked perfectly fine. It dries your hair, you can put it up on your hair and just leave it for a while, and it does the job. But it's whichever, any one of those three options is way, way, way better than using a normal terry cloth towel. Okay, so that's the first thing, one of the first things that I had to do. The next thing I had to do was change my pillowcase. So I have always used a cotton pillowcase, or just any polyester pillowcase or whatever, a normal pillowcase. As long as it's matching my bed, that's the one I'm going to use to sleep. But those pillowcases actually also cause a lot more breakage because your hair, there's kind of friction between your hair and the pillowcase as you sleep. So there's more breakage happening on your hair. And for that reason, instead of using a cotton pillowcase or a polyester or whatever pillowcase, I started to use a satin pillowcase. Okay, it's really smooth, so your hair can just basically glide on it, and it doesn't cause breakage. And it's also good for your skin. So a satin pillowcase is really good. It does get pricey. I've seen them for quite a bit in shops. And the even better fabric to use is silk, but silk is really expensive. I'm just fine with satin. It's doing good enough for me. So if you would actually like to get a satin pillowcase, my mom makes them. She made this one for me. And you can just send me a message and you can get one. I think I'll find out exactly how much it is, but it's way under 100 Rand because she makes it and she has the fabric. So that is something that you would do well by getting because it helps your skin. There's multiple skin benefits in terms of reducing wrinkles and all of that. And also it doesn't absorb all of the natural oils from your skin or from your hair. And in that case, it helps your skin and it helps your hair because those things are meant to be in your hair and your skin, those natural oils. So anyway, that's what I did. Again, I had to change my towel, I had to change my pillowcase, and I decided to stop heat styling. The next thing that I did was I changed my shampoo. So I don't have the exact bottle that I don't have that particular bottle because I've changed since then. But let me just introduce some things to you. I don't know if you've already heard of sulfates and silicones, okay? Now, there's so many different views about this, so many different things that people say. There's so many videos about silicones and sulfates and all of that, right? But in particular, sulfates, SLS, right, is quite stripping to your hair. Now, if your hair is already damaged, if it's already dry and brittle, using a shampoo with sulfates, sodium lauryl sulfate is one of them, and sodium lauryl sulfate is another. Okay, if you're using shampoos that has that, it is stripping your hair more. It is probably what's making your hair more dry. It is very cleansing to the scalp. So all of the natural oils that are in your hair or on your scalp are getting stripped away because of the sodium lauryl or lauryl sulfate. Now, I'm not saying that this is a completely bad thing, because there's sometimes when your scalp needs to be cleaned properly and you can use one of those. But for the most part, when you're using that, your hair is getting stripped. So this is what I did. I kept my shampoo with sulfate. This shampoo in particular does not have silicones, but it does have sulfate. Okay, this one is from the Body Shop. Please, you don't need to go and buy this shampoo because there's many other shampoos that can do what this does. That's way cheaper. I just thought this would do more than it does, and that is why I tried it. But yeah, you can get like other shampoos. Just make sure that if you're getting a shampoo that has sulfates, make sure that the shampoo doesn't have silicone. Because if your hair is already really dry, when you're using shampoo that has sulfates, it's going to dry out your hair more. But if your shampoo has sulfates and silicones, basically what your shampoo is going to be doing is drying out your hair and then putting a plastic coating around it. So it's not really helping it too much. And then if you get a conditioner that has silicone as well, because your shampoo has silicone in it, your conditioner it's not going to do anything. It's like not even going to penetrate through your hair because it's already covered with a layer of plastic. We'll discuss all of that a little bit more in depth in another video, but I'm just kind of giving you an idea of why you should change your shampoo. Okay, so what I did do was I changed to Shea Moisture. Now, I honestly think that in South Africa, products are just so expensive. So I only buy stuff when it's like, I mainly buy from Clicks because they are kind of the cheapest, not the cheapest, but they have the most deals. I do buy stuff from Dis-Chem as well. They have some really good products too, but I've mainly been buying from Clicks lately. So what I did was I bought the Shea Moisture shampoo. This says Raw Shea Butter Moisture Retention Shampoo. Because my hair is so dry, I wanted to get a shampoo, or was so dry, I wanted to get a shampoo that would help to give it moisture and not strip it. Now this shampoo, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but it has a whole lot of stuff that, you know, it excludes from the shampoo so that your hair is getting the best health it can possibly get. It also has, so it obviously doesn't have sulfates, it doesn't have silicones. If it does have any silicone, this particular one doesn't have silicone, I'm sure. But if they ever do put silicone in their products, it's water soluble silicone. So that means you just put your hair in water and it comes off. So this shampoo is really expensive. I would suggest that you try and find something cheaper if you're on a budget. But when you go to Clicks, on certain days they have specials like 3 for 2, or they have buy one get one free. This particular one, this type moisture retention shampoo often goes on sale, and it's 2 for the price of 1. So I know it's a small bottle, but it's normally 200 rand for one bottle, but it lasts a really long time. I've been using this for a long time, and I think I've already been using it for like over a month, and you can see that there's still a lot left. And this particular one, you can get them for 200 rand for 2. It comes in a banded pack basically. And the conditioner as well, you can get it 200 rand for 2. So if you have like 2 bottles of shampoo and 2 bottles of conditioner, it's going to last you a very long time, especially if you're the only person who uses it in the household. Okay, so I started using this shampoo, and it's been really good. And I got the Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus Curl and Shine Conditioner with silk protein and neem oil. Okay, it says that it's to moisturize and define thick curly hair. Okay, this is what it looks like. Now this one is a real good deal. I actually got this in a store that I think maybe people don't buy it that much or something, I don't know. But I actually got this for both, like a banded pack of 2 for 135 rand, which is super cheap. I mean, for what it does. It's a really good product, and yeah, so I changed to these two, and I've been using them regularly. On days when I use products, and if there's any build-up, there's another shampoo that I have, but that's something that we'll also speak about at another time. I don't want to cover products yet because that gets a bit lengthy, and I know that this video is already a bit long now. So those are some of the things that I did. So I decided to quit using heat on my hair. Now, I'm not asking you to go cold turkey on heat, because I know that it's difficult when you're going out or if you're going to work or whatever. But if you decide that you want to embrace your natural hair, or if you've already been embracing your natural hair and you just haven't really known exactly how to take care of it, then I want you to commit to not using a hair straightener. Don't use a hair dryer yet. In the next video, I'm going to show you exactly how to dry, or what you should do, what you should use to dry your hair. Right? So if you're committing, get rid of heat. Right? So that means no straightening, no curling, no blow drying your hair. Because when you blow dry your hair without a diffuser, you're only hitting certain parts of your hair and also causing damage. Alright. The next thing is to try and change your shampoo and your conditioner. Now, like I said, this is kind of an expensive thing, and I don't want you to feel like pressurized, like you have to. Even if you can't right now, that is fine. Just hold on and use the one that you're already using and do everything else that I'm speaking about. Alright, so if you are going to change your shampoo and conditioner, change it to something that is silicone and sulfate free. I'm gonna look for brands that are more affordable. Okay, Palmer's is one of them. It's a really good brand. They make really nice things, and it smells nice because it has coconut in it, and it's more affordable than Shea Moisture. If you can afford Shea Moisture, then go for it, because it is good stuff, and I don't think you would regret it. Okay, and if not even those two that I just mentioned, go and look for stuff at Clicks, at Discount. They have like a whole range of natural hair products. And if you're confused about ingredients, just send me a message. Either comment on this or send me a WhatsApp message, or when you follow me on Instagram, you can send me a message there. Alright, the next thing you're going to do is make sure that you change from a terry cloth towel to a microfiber towel or a t-shirt. Alright, and finally, instead of using a cotton pillowcase, you can use a satin pillowcase. I don't know if anyone has a silk pillowcase at home, but you can use a silk pillowcase if you have one, because I hear that that's even better, right? But like I said, this works perfectly fine for me. I love using it. I don't think I would change it until I see like, you know, a really good deal for a silk pillowcase. Okay, so these are just some of the things, and I hope that this helps you a lot. I hope that it changes how you see your hair, how you appreciate the hair that God has given to you, because He has designed you specifically with your hair. And there's a reason why He has given you your hair, or the nose that you have, or the eyes that you have, or any part of your body that you have. It's because He designed you beautifully like that, or handsomely like that. And yeah, I hope these things help you. I want to post more regularly, so please let me know if this video has made sense to you. Please like the video so that I know that it's helping you, and please subscribe to the channel so that you can see the rest of the videos that I will do. What else? Yeah, and just remember that you have been made beautifully and handsomely, and God is our great creator, and He was so creative in making you. I hope you watch the next lot of videos, because I have quite a few ideas for what I want to put into the videos. I want to show you different products that I've been trying out, and a few different tools that I've been using as well. So I just want to make sure that you take it one step at a time, and yeah. Alright, so thank you for watching, take care, and remember that God loves you more than anyone ever could. Bye!